Hey guys, welcome back to Puff It Louder. And welcome back to Steam Prison, where I've basically got the wind knocked out of me at this point. The wind is out of my sails. Like, we literally... Finn confessed to us, and now his parents are getting freaking harassed on the street because of a crime that Finn didn't commit, and it's just a horrible time. I thought that this was going to be better, but it's still horrible. So, let's just get right into it. Now what? Off to church I go. Hark was right. Coming here was a good idea. It was so quiet. The right kind of environment to calm down in.
Oや、お前は...
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were here. I bowed hurriedly. Excuse me.
去らなくていい。礼拝堂は万人に開かれている場。お前はいていいんだよ。キルス・ティステラ。
You know my name.
知ってる。というより最近知った。お前は先日殺された議員、キーフ・ティステラの娘。
Rip, Keith.
キーフ・ティステラは民のことを第一に考え、実によく尽くしてくれた。惜しい人を亡くしたよ。本当に。
Saint Yoon. Saint Yoon knew my father. Simply hearing my father's name from him already made me happy. He even praised his work. My father would be overjoyed to hear that, Saint Yoon.
できるなら、生前喜んで欲しかったものだけどね。本当、人の命って、儚くて脆いものだね。私にできることがあれば言ってほしい。できるだけ力になるよ。
Saint Yoon. The assembly hadn't ended well, but perhaps Saint Yoon could. But I don't have the right to ask for anything.
その顔。問題は抱えてるけど、気が引けるって？力になれるかどうかはさておき、話くらいは聞いてあげられるから。とりあえず言ってみて。
Saint Yoon's a good person. He's a little weird, but he's a good person. Okay. As you know, someone killed my parents. However, the one sentenced for it is not the criminal.
犯人でないもの？
Yes, the one sentenced for it is called Finn Euclase. He was my partner in the police. He wanted to prevent me from being accused of the crime, so he confessed to something he hadn't done.
自らね。
Well, because he said he loves me. I don't know. But he's a good man. I suppose if he must have tried to sacrifice himself for me.
優しさだけで、それほどの罪を背負えるものなのかな。彼はよっぽどのお人よしだね。
Well, anyway, I want to save him. Finn is innocent.
そうだね。彼が犯人でないのなら、他の誰がやったというの？
I don't know.
だったら難しいね。もし彼が本当に罪を犯していないとしても、下界へ送られた後であれば救うのは困難だ。審判員は罪人の所在地を把握していないからね。
I see. If Saint Yoon couldn't help Finn, could you at least help the Euclase family then?
ユークレース。
Yes, his family operates a chain of shops. The people are blaming them for what Finn was sentenced for. Many people are working at their shops. They'll lose their jobs if the company goes bankrupt due to the actions of a heartless minority. I'm sure the government would like to maintain stability as well. Please help them before it's too late.
そうだね。確かに失職者が増加するのは望ましいことではない。わかった。根回しをしておくよ。
Thank you.
他には？お前自身はしてほしいことはないの？
For myself. Of course I did, but I could not impose him any further. He's going to help the Euclases. I will help myself. I'm alright. Thank you for your concern. Well then, goodbye. It was an honor to speak with you, Saint Yoon.
さようなら。天の慈しみは永遠に。キルスティステラ、君に幸あらんことを。
Oh my god, he even talks like a saint in this one. Wow, I can't believe I actually talked to Saint Yoon. At least this should make it easier for the Euclasis company. Now I can worry about myself. I was alive. I could take care of myself. And that's what I wanted. I want to do what I can alone. I'd never been able to live like nothing happened. I had to find out who killed my parents. I had to lay bare the truth and, if possible, save Finn. I can't love him back. But at the very least, I could free him of the punishment he didn't deserve. He's still my partner, even if we're far away from each other. I won't abandon him. I will save you, Finn. She's so... The man I was seeing was... Sir Cordoa.
おお、ティスティラ君。いいところに来たな。
It is?
そうだよ。君に渡さねばならないものがある。
Okay. Oh, I don't like the look of this. Where are you going with this? Sir Cordoa led me into one of the visitors' rooms. He closed the door and handed me a sealed letter. What is it?
新館員から君への通達書だ。
Oh, here we go. A notification. May I open it?
ああ、ぜひそうしてほしい。
I was unsettled by his grave demeanor. What could this be? There was a single folded letter within. I glanced at Sir Cordoa again and opened it. Rank 1 Officer Employment Termination Notice. What is this, Sir Cordoa?
どういうことも何も見たままだ。実に残念だよ、ティスティラ君。
But I can't accept this. I demand an explanation. Sir Cordoa sighed and nodded.
君も知っての通り、管理職を除き、警察官は必ずペアで行動しなければならない。一人が失職などでいなくなった場合、連帯責任としてもう一人も失職扱いとなるのだ。
But they can't just fire me. What am I supposed to do?
問題ない。いや、ないとは言い切れないか。新館員では失職扱いとなるが、実質は転属だ。
Great. Reassigned?
そう。ハウンズに転属となるのだ。
Well, I called it. To the hounds? They're sending me to the depths?
そういうことだ。なに、ハウンズの役割は下界の者の相手だけではない。警察官としての再教育も含まれている。功績を上げればこちらへ戻ることもできるだろう。嫌だからといって逃亡は考えないことだ。これは中級警察官の昇格試験の視察とは大きく異なる。拒否権はない。転属の拒否は罪であり、罪人として下界へ落とされる。
So I'm going to the sanctuary district either way.
そういうことだ。ならば、ハウンズ側がまだマシというものだろう？
Yes. I leave tomorrow, according to the notice. I had no chance to find the real criminal in half a day. Neither could I delay my reassignment to the depths. I'll have to put off finding a criminal until I return. The more time passed, the more evidence would disappear. And yet, how many months does it normally take to return?
正直、なんとも言えん。戻ってきた者はほとんどいないのでな。
Oh, that's just a vote of confidence. I see.
肩を落とすことはない。不可能とは言っていないだろう。君は優秀だ。努力を怠らなければ復帰できるはずだ。
Alright, I hope so. Thank you for everything you did until now. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
達者でな、ティスティラ君。
Well, I won't be seeing this for a while. The city I'd grown up seeing looked special to me. To the hounds, huh? I would have to serve under Sir Burger, I knew. Great. Great. I don't like it, but Sir Cordoa was right. I can't refuse. I'll have to serve faithfully. And one day I'll be back here. I walked through the gate to my home, knowing the future would require determination. There was a small basket in front of the main door. It was covered by a cloth. I couldn't see the contents. What's inside? I carefully reached for the cloth. Flowers. Inside the basket was a collection of colorful flowers. I spotted a small card laying beside them and picked it up. Please take them, Euclase. Finn's parents must have sent them. How nice. That really is nice of them. Damn. I remember getting one before. It'd been about a year before, during winter. I'd been down with a cold. Finn had bought me a basket. That basket had apples, not flowers. They were good. He'd been so worried. Finn must have already... I remembered what he had said. Love, huh? Perhaps he had only said that to ensure our conviction. It was hard to say. Either way, it confused me. I shouldn't think about it. Finn was somewhere else. No amount of worrying could give me answers. I have to focus on the things I can actually do. I ate dinner and went back to my room to prepare for my assignment to the depths. I'm only allowed limited baggage, I think. I pulled out the notice I'd gotten to check. Allowed possessions. Sword and small one-handed bag with possessions. Thankfully, they're letting me bring my sword. Every sword was completely different. I'd grown accustomed to mine and could use it like an extension of my arm. Of course, I could also fight with the sword I've never used before, but I preferred the one I had practiced with. The sword aside, what should I bring? I looked around the room, unsure of what I needed. A pillow won't fit into a small bag. I don't want a picture of my parents to become dirty. I don't need anything, I guess. I'm not there to have fun. I need my sword, but that's all. I touched the pendant under my clothes and nodded. Carrying it will just make it harder. I decided to leave it in my room, together with all the memories. Wow, she really is going, like, empty-handed. I'm a little early. There was still time before I had to enter the elevator. I wondered how I was going to pass the time.
Ah, 見つけた.
Ugh! Lord Fitzgerald.
よかった、間に合って。君に会いたかったんだ。
What do you want? Me? Lord Fitzgerald smiled softly.
君が下界へ行くって聞いたから、お別れを言いたくて。任務とはいえ、大変だね。
Ugh, fuck off. Yes, but there's others who suffer more than I do. Who told him I'm going to the depths? Even I hadn't found out I would be reassigned to the hounds until I had to know. And yet he... Oh, I guess Lord Warner told him. I accepted this explanation and looked at him directly. At least I'm not going as a criminal.
そうか。僕は下界へ行ったことがないからわからないけど、こことは全く違う野蛮な場所だと聞いてる。元気でね、キルス城。
I'm glad you're not going down there because you're psycho. Thank you, Lord Fitzgerald. You too. Before leaving, I remembered that our engagement had been called off. I would have normally asked him for the reason, but I guess it doesn't matter now. I was going to the depths. Asking Lord Fitzgerald about it now would just put him in an awkward position. Thank you for seeing me off so early in the morning. You're a good man. Goodbye, Lord Fitzgerald. Yeah, a good man, my ass. He sucks. I waited a little at the station. At the designated time, the elevator arrived and I went in. The announcement I had already knew finished. I sighed and reclined into the seat. I closed my eyes and listened to the rumbling of the machinery. Didn't think I'd be in here again. Finn. The last time I'd been in the elevator had been during the Rank 2 qualifications on my way to the depths. Finn had been with me. And not just then. He'd always been with me. I opened my eyes and looked around. Finn was gone. There was nobody else. It feels so large with you not in here, Finn. I was descending to serve with the hounds. He had not. He'd been sent down as a criminal. I wonder how he felt when he was in here. What was he thinking about on the way? Finn, I hope you're doing all right. Good morning. I arrived in the depths at around noon. I exited the elevator and looked around. The wind caressing my skin was humid. I have to get used to the humidity. I began to walk away from the station.
到着したか
Oh. If I remember correctly...
イネス・ハインリヒ・ハイネ。ハウンズの副リーダーであり、今日から君の上司だ。よろしく頼む、ヒルス君。
Oh my god, his name every time. I see. I look forward to working with you, Sir Enos. At least Sir Berger didn't come here to meet me. Oh god, remember this? Good times. I would have had to meet the commander, Sir Berger, eventually. I'd fought him before, so I wanted to avoid him as much as possible. Seeing each other is going to remind us of that. I had to serve well if I wanted to return to the heights. Stirring up trouble was not going to bring me any closer to that goal. I have to get my act together. I told myself, and looked directly at Sir Enos. Thank you for your guidance and wisdom. Sir Enos seemed surprised by the formality and merely groaned at the acknowledgement.
通常着任後は宿舎に荷物を置きに行くのだが、何も持っていないようだな。
No, I only need my sword. I'm given to understand that all my requirements will be taken care of, so I've brought nothing else.
そうか。では宿舎への移動を省き、保護地区の説明、案内をする。
Show me around. That won't be necessary. I went here on an observation mission before. It hasn't been that long, and I remember it all well.
口答えをするな。長官の命令は絶対だ。新入り。
Alright, bitch.
と、ザクスなら言うだろうな。
Oh.
今やお前はハウンズ。思ったことをそのまま口にするのは慎め。厄介に巻き込まれたくないなら、反発は控えろ。
Oh, look at Enos. Daddy Enos, just trying to protect us from everything. I understand. I'll keep that in mind.
上階と比べ、保護地区の環境が劣悪なのは一目瞭然。だが、お前が視察時に見た保護地区は、あれでも綺麗な方だ。保護地区の猟犬となった今、より暗く、より汚いものを見ることになるだろう。動揺しないよう、覚悟しておくことだ。
Great. Alright.
それでは、行くぞ。
Sir Enos led me around the sanctuary district again. We turned off from the main road and onto the side and back streets. The stench was a mixture of blood, grime, and ash. We were mere steps away from the main road, and yet it was already a completely different environment. According to Sir Enos, this area was famous for its frequent homicides, was infamous for its frequent homicides. We had homicides in the Heights as well. If they're infamous for their frequency here, then every step I took seemed to take me deeper into a different world. We went to the headquarters of the hounds where we were done. At long last. Inside, I knew they would give me my hound's uniform. I would no longer be the police officer that I was when I changed into it. I had to accept it. I wasn't at my final destination. That had to lie somewhere else. I have to go back to the heights.
ようやくのご到着か。遅かったな、下級警察官殿。
Sir Burger.
ああ、これは失礼。失職したんだったな。
Great.
貴様のような女が去って、上はせいせいしただろうな。こっちは大迷惑だが。
It is him. Burger. No, I'm just kidding. Hutchison Brandenburg. I really did not like that man.
ここへ来たからには、俺の命令は絶対だ。逆らうことは許さん。俺の駒として働き、ゴミとなって死ね。
Do you have such a nice greeting to everyone that comes down here? I've been assigned to the hounds. Our job is protecting the livelihood of the people in the sanctuary district and defending it from outside threats. Sir Burger, I will follow you as a commander as much as possible. However, if your commands violate the basic function of the hounds, I will refuse.
なんだと。
Oh, God. If you want me to move, give the right commands, Commander.
貴様。
やめるんだザックス。ここで彼女を切っても意味がない。
Already just salt.
先週も部下が命を落とした。人員が減れば減るほど困るのはお前だぞ。
イーネス、そいつを俺の視界から消せ。
Wow!
了解した。行くぞ。さあ早く。
Creamu's such a mess. Why would you say that?
どういうことだ。逆らうなと言ったこと、もう忘れたのか。
Yeah, Ines literally told you not to do that. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Sir Ines. It was the truth. I felt like I had to mention it as early as possible. Whether I serve with the hounds or not, I serve the people. Even if they're criminals, I want to treat them fairly.
ザックスの神経を逆なでするつもりはなかった。
No, but I was irritated by what he told me. I made him angry as well. I'll try to refrain from doing it again in the future.
ああ。できるだけザックスを刺激しないでくれ。
I will. Sir Ines, I do have one question. You said you lost a man. Is there strife within the hounds?
いや、罪人によって殺された。保護地区に収容されている者全員が全員、おとなしくないということだ。
Yikes.
女たるお前は格好の標的だろう。常に周囲に気を配ることだ。
I will. Why would they want to kill us? In the Heights, my sword had served the people. I had never used it in self-defense, only in training. Now I might have to. Everything is different here. I felt, more than ever, that I had to return alive. Girl...
ここがお前の部屋だ。
Okay, first of all, we're gonna stop here, but second of all, girl, like... If they're sending all of the criminals down, you literally walked through Homicide Lane or something. Like, obviously they're gonna try to attack you because they don't want to be guarded and they don't want to deal with you and they don't want to listen to you. So that's just how it is, you know? Like, welcome to prison. God, this is... I don't know. It's interesting. It's... For Finn's route, there's very little of Finn. So, I mean, like, this is what? Like, maybe the first full episode where we really haven't seen him at all. And it's just, like, the memory of him. And in the last episode, I feel like we'd, like, talk to him for, like, a little bit. And then he just went down to the depths. So we didn't see him again. So, I don't know. It's interesting. Next episode, I guess we're gonna check out what we got in the room, and hopefully Burger will never speak to us again, which will be unlikely, but still. Ugh.